Hello. This is our first session of Mutant Year Zero on the Open Hearth. Uh, I'm Mark. I'll be facilitating the game. And let's just jump in and just introduce yourselves, name, pronouns. Um, if you've played with folks before, if you've played this or something similar. And yeah, just say hi. Let's go left to right, character keeper order. So I think I made it alphabetical order. Did I do that? No, not really. Robbie, you're up first.
I'm Robbie. I use he, him pronouns. And I played with Mark, but both Marks I've played with before. I don't believe I have played with Teal or Heath, although I may be wrong about that, but I don't recall that. But yeah, I'm happy to be here. I haven't played Mutant Year Zero. I did try to GM Gen Lab Alpha,
Hmm.
which is uh, a I guess a spin-off of sorts, or a kind of continuing development of it. You can kind of like merge the games if you wanted
Is that the
to.
one with the animals?
Yeah, it's the animals, and I was intrigued by it. I did the problem I had is that I had a couple players who were, not really invested in reading the rules or anything like that. And I just kind of it fizzled, I think, as a result of that. I think that the game doesn't need a rules lawyer, but it does, I think
Really good
really,
to
I
go.
think to work, you need to have, everybody kind of on board at least to kind of understand how the game
Yeah.
is working and what you should be doing in the game. So
Awesome. Cool. Thank you. Heath, you're up next.
Hey, he's he, him pronouns. I think I've played with everybody but Robbie. So good to meet you, Robbie. And have not played Mutant Year Zero. So it'll be interesting. I've read through the rules once to at least hopefully have a loose grasp on them. And as usual with most games, it's kind of like interested to see how a lot of this plays out in reality.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Thank you, Mark.
Yes, hello, I'm Mark. My pronouns are he, they. And I have played with everyone at this current table before.
Bingo.
Um, right. And I have not played Mutant Year Zero um before, although I'm a huge fan of post-apocalypse settings always, doesn't matter what. So really excited to see where this goes. Um, yeah, that's me.
Awesome. Cool. And Teal.
Hello, I am Teal, and I have played with everybody except for Robbie at the table. And I have a bunch of Mutant Year Zero books, but I've never had a chance to play or run any of them. So I'm very interested in this. And of course, I'm very interested in how the base building goes because we keep trying to build bases in every game that Mark runs. And he's like, but I don't have rules for that.
We definitely have rules for it this time.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you. Like I said, I'm Mark. I got a he and them. I also have not played or run Mutant Year Zero. I had seen it around here and there, and it looked like kind of a generic post-apocalyptic kind of fun thing. But I wasn't really interested until we did a podcast episode on it. And I had to actually read it, and I was like, "Oh, this fucking slaps! This is very cool." I've played some other Year Zero engine games. I think I played Vaesen and Alien, one of which I think that engine is appropriate for. Uh, but I think this is going to be real good. Um, Great. Uh, just to do the thing up top, we have, because we are operating under the Open Hearth code of conduct, and just because we are good people in general, we are using safety tools. The three safety tools I generally use at the table are lines and veils. We have a calibration tab on the character keeper with a bunch of lines and veils we can select. Lines are things that we are not going to have in the game world at all, that just doesn't exist. So we're not going to play a game where homophobia is existent in the world at all. It's just not a thing. Veils are things that may exist in the world, but we are not going to see on scene. So often, and I think, we did. So like in general, like consensual sexual content definitely exists in the world. We are not going to see that on screen because it is lined on the or veiled on the sheet. We also have ask first for some things. These are things that we're okay with, but want to check in before we do. We have things like torture on that, so we might see that being post-apocalyptic, but we're probably not going to dwell on it, and we'll check in to make sure everyone's cool with what's going on. And if not, we will slide through it. There are also some things that are inherent in the setting that we can definitely work around if folks want to. We'll talk about some of the things. There is going to be cannibalism in the game, like a pandemic epidemic is core to the game's concept. That'll be there. One of the character classes is slave, and we have already talked about that a little bit privately, and I think we can do this okay. And religion and cults are definitely part of the thing. So if you have not looked at the calibration tab, please do so now and hit some lines and veils. If you have done that, just throw a thumbs up in chat so I know everyone is good there, or on screen. Sweet. So for lines, and I've got a new acronym I'm using for this. Trash. We don't have trash. We don't have transphobia, racism, ableism, sexism, or homophobia. Those don't exist in our games. Much shorter just to say trash. So those things are gone. No intimate partner violence or sexual assault in the games. Those are great veils or lines. We are veiling harm to children and pregnant people and sexual content. You can't get pregnant in this game. So that may or may not be a thing. We'll see. But regardless, that is going to be veiled. And we have ask first on kink stuff and mind control and torture. Cool. Second safety tool. This is a living list, so it's going to change at any time, and we are grown-ups and we can talk about stuff and update it as needed. If something does come up in the game that we want to roll back or remove from the game or work around some other way, we'll be using the X card or script change. Basically, we just say, hey, can we stop there, pause there, exit? Let's roll that back. If there's something you want out of the game, you don't have to explain why. It could be as simple as like, that's my brother-in-law's name. I just don't want to have a villain with his name at it. Or it could be something more, but you never explain why. I might ask what for clarification, just so we can avoid it more good, better. But yeah, and we can always talk about the stuff. And third safety tool is open door. Players are always more important than the game. So if at any time you need to step away, take a call, buy a break, get a snack, just feel like you need a break, for whatever reason, totally good. We will be taking breaks on the hour-ish, assuming I remember. If I don't, feel free to be just like, hey, can we take a break? If you need to leave for good for whatever reason, also totally cool. If you can let me know, that would be great. And if not, and we don't see you for a while, we will assume that you are not coming back and we'll figure it out. Great. And I believe on the bottom of the, yeah, there we are. On the bottom of the calibration tab, there's also a romance matrix. It looks like everyone but Teal's filled that out, basically saying if you're okay with romance between PCs and NPCs. I don't know if that's a big thing in this game or not. It's not Apocalypse World, so we'll see. Um, Great. Any questions about any of that stuff or comments?
I have one question mechanically,
Yeah.
just because there's a difference from the PDF and the character keeper
Mhm.
about my talent,
Mm.
which is I took resilient. In the
Yeah.
PDF, it says +2 modification to endure when suffering damage, but
Yes.
then this says +2 modification to shake it off, which is my special skill.
Let me see what my PDF says.
So I'm
Let's see. You took resilient. Let me check that out.
and maybe it will make more sense once we get into it and I take some damage and realize that this is how you deal with damage or whatever. But I was like, wait, is it +2 to endure or +2 to shake it off? Or are those one and the same? I don't think they're the same.
Yeah. Um, resilient. Resilient. +2 modification to endure. Yeah. Yeah, endure is a skill that anyone has. Shake it off is your own special extra thing for that.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, so it is +2 to endure when suffering damage specifically.
Yeah.
Cool, awesome. So we have done a bit of character creation already. Let me go through and make sure that we are not missing anything. Everyone's got roles and names. Ages are, we don't exactly know when we were born. We're young adults, probably late teens, early 20s to mid late 20s, depending on who you are. Everyone has their attributes set up. Everyone has skills, it looks like. Allocated points there. Great talents. Awesome. I think we'll have one person who has rolled for mutations. So mutations are random in this game. So if you have not rolled,
I can always re-roll if we want to do it live. Doesn't matter to me.
you got it. So it's all good. I know you roll randomly, so it's for sure. Yeah. So if you'd like to roll for your random mutation now, please do so, and we'll see what everyone has. I think that is our last thing that we need to do before talking about everything else. And if you don't, everyone has the book, right? If not, I can get you hooked up.
Yeah, for rolling, are we going to Owlbear Rodeo?
Yeah. There's one more person in there. Looks like we have 1, 2, 3. And I think number 4 is on its way in for Owlbear.
Oh,
Yeah, and if you just want to roll dice somewhere else and grab it from the list, that's totally cool. I trust you to do a random thing when you want a random. There, I think we got it written there now. But if you want to use the dice there, there's a Mutant Year Zero dice roller in which you can just select stuff and throw them down. The biohazard signs are 1. The
that's
signs are 6.
14. I don't know. It looks a little cockeyed for me, but yeah, I have a 1 and it looks like a 4, maybe.
Yeah, cool. Cool. So a 14 is I should have brought that list up before I made a big deal of saying I could do it for you. A 14 is extreme reflexes. And it looks like Heath, you have mind terror. Great. We have a puppeteer and whatever Tavri has.
Yeah, so I got puppeteer. That means mind control kind of gonna happen. So we got to figure out what the ask first is gonna how that's gonna look.
Yeah. So let me see. It's right here where you can take other, decide what the actions is. Wow. Yeah. So I think for NPCs, I mean that's not a problem over here. Um, for PCs, we will figure that out, I think. I will I will do some looking at it. I assume that you can still use it on PCs. But yeah, we can definitely talk about it if people don't want their characters controlled by other people. It's totally valid. After mutations, looks like you got your weapons and armor, your gear, you got your NPC relationships. So we'll go through and do introductions of characters first, and then do PC relationships. Cool. And so yeah, let's just go again left to right. Robbie, would you like to introduce your character? Just tell us all about yourself.
Okay. The character's name is Rasper or Raspa, they, them. And Raspa is a dog handler. Dog's name that accompanies me is Donut,
Love it.
who is a large barrel-shaped mutt with a long scar down the back, which is where a very like grapefruit size um, growth used to be, but I fixed that up pretty nicely, and now there's just this very prominent scar there. Rasper's face is also scarred, and I think they've encountered a number of dog bites in their short lives, and so there's especially prominent one on the face. I have a beat up bowler hat that I wear, some oil stained coveralls with I imagine like a patch from a janitorial company, right? So something like Mr. Clean's janitor service patch on it, and I wear boots. Um, and yeah, I can say in terms of we had some conversation earlier. Oh, I will say that I do have a scrap rifle and a scrap knife that are with me. In terms of NPCs, um, both Wilo and I have had run-ins with the boss, Johammed, and I feel like Johammed uh, is thinks that I embarrassed him and has a grudge that he holds, and so I'm on my guard against him, and we're not on good terms. I need to protect the chronicler Astrina, who loves me but won't admit it, and um, my big dream is to find a place where dogs can truly behave like dogs.
Fantastic. Love it. Great. Heath, tell me about your guy.
Yes, there's Wilo, who is a slave. He always has this very maniacally happy expression on his face, because, well, that also relates because his to his greatest wish, which we'll get to. But he's got a really heavily scarred head and face from his former master, which we'll also get to, and kind of wears a suit of chains, as in the photo my buddy did up for me from my description. It's between, like, he's got a collar and an anklets and wristlets all connected with chains, which to him he doesn't like being without him. He feels too light, so it's like they're almost like a weighted blanket. They're comforting to him, his suit of chains. Um, he's twisted and asymmetric, so like almost like kind of a hunchback, but not really. But definitely like some scoliosis and a bit of a hunch in his right side, far more developed than his left. Um, he's got his talent for shaking it off, which I'm still reading up, trying to figure out how that and endure. Because I was thinking that my resilient Let's shake it off. But anyway, that's another thing we'll figure out later. Yes, my mutation is mind terror. I have the ability to affect the minds of others and create vivid hallucinations up to near range. I can either torment my victim with visions that inflict confusion or doubt, my choice, equal to number of mutant points spent, confuse others to make them miss their next action, only works on humanoids, or create an illusion so grand the victim will believe it to be real for 2 mutant points. All I got on me is 1 grub and 2 water. That's all I got. My hate is my former boss, Johammed, who tormented me, tortured me, gave me these scars. Probably the reason I'm resilient. Not a good dude, Johammed. I need to protect the slave Iriel. People at the bottom need to stick together. And my big dream is nothing but to please my owner, who I talked to Robbie before, and we've agreed for Robbie to be my new owner.
Right.
And I don't want to be free. That sounds exhausting. I just want to like please people, serve primarily my lord, but everybody. I enjoy serving everybody.
All right. Cool. Thank you. Mark, why don't you tell us about your gearhead?
Yeah, I'm playing Zippo, gearhead, they, them. They kind of always have bloodshot eyes, like they don't sleep particularly well or choose not to sleep that much. And always has a piece of wire in their mouth that seems to switch out anytime somebody might look again. It's like this time it's red and short, and that time it's got like green casing and is long, and another time it's just the copper, or whatever that substance is. So, um, kind of like those farmers that are always chewing a stalk of wheat.
Mm-hmm.
The heavy metal logo on their T-shirt is completely unreadable and is reminiscent of cracked vinyl on a diner chair, um, and uses bicycle chains for suspenders to hold up their pants, which they will sometimes unhook to use as a little weapon when need be. Um, Also name themselves after a little gadget they found when they were a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure what it was used for. Doesn't seem to do anything. Has a little wheel that makes a sound when you spin it on the inside after you flip it open, but who the hell knows? Has a reservoir. There's nothing in it. Yeah. The talents is the inventor, so I can get some extra dice when I make something new, jury rig something up. But for some reason can't use it to repair anything. Strange. And mutation is a puppeteer, so that whole mind control thing can even use it to make someone hurt themselves, which is interesting. So that is, oh yeah, I got some grub and water, got a weird lifestyle magazine, says Tiger Beat on the front. Don't know what that's about. And yeah, a little bit of gear to help with getting scrap and stuff from the zone. I hate a fixer named Sixter who cheated me out of an artifact I had found. I need to protect the stalker Yasin, who promised to take me further into the zone for some of that premium scrap. And my big dream is to build something that will change people's life forever. Don't really know, haven't really specified what kind of change, but it's gonna be something.
Something fantastic.
Something big.
Awesome. Thank you. Let's hear about Teal's Stalker.
Okay, so my character is Tavri, and she, her, and she is tiny, about 4'8". She's got large mobile sort of ears, and sort of light blue lavender iris with very big pupils. Basically, she's a little tiny person who doesn't like other people because she doesn't trust anybody,
Fair.
except maybe Wilo, because Wilo's very sweet. And so she tries to spend as much of her time as possible out in the zone, but she so far hasn't found a place where she can be totally safe and live by herself. Um, she's not the reason she has a one strength is not because she's not strong, it's just she's not a large person. Um, and it looks like what do I have? So she has Rot Finder, which means when she is finding the paths through the zone, she has a better ability to avoid areas of rot, which should help us, control our mutations a little bit. And mostly she's somebody who's focused on um, just travel and stealth and avoiding conflict. She does have a scrap rifle, although she only has 2 bullets, so she can't shoot much. And my mutation I rolled was sonar, which is very interesting because it allows me to do both sound for spatial location, but also at short ranges, I can interrupt other human beings. She probably sometimes gets excited and everybody covers their ears because she's making high-pitched noises sometimes. And so when I created my people I like and don't like, I introduced another boss into the thing because I didn't want boss Johammed to be Johammed to be the only trouble we have. I thought multiple bosses creates more excitement. But I tied it to Astrina, the chronicler. So I don't know if this works for you, Robbie, but what I put was boss Marlotte doesn't allow Astrina to go out of the compound, even though Astrina is a chronicler. And I also tied in with the slave Ariel. I want to protect Ariel. I go and tell stories to Ariel sometimes, Ariel and Wilo. And I sort of, if I have to sleep, most of the time I will find some high piece of infrastructure in the compound, whatever our compound is, if there's something high. I don't care if it's ductwork or an antenna or whatever, and I will go sleep up there. But if I have to sleep down low, I will sleep with Wilo and or Ariel.
Nice.
And my goal is to be away from people.
Amazing. Great. Well, speaking of people, so this is a post-apocalyptic setting. You all live in a place you call the Ark. I put together a nice little map of the zone that we're in. We'll be exploring this place, this weird foreign land with a river running through it and a lake. But you all are going to build your Ark before we start off. So the map itself is on the map tab. It's about 21 by 26, it looks like. Before you create the Ark yourself, we need to figure out what section of the zone it is in. So it recommends not too close to the edge, not too close to the middle, because the middle is probably very rot filled. So take a look at the map and see if there's any place you feel like might be a good place to make home.
I could be wrong. Let's see if this pointer option works. But my gut was telling me like here in like L8, it kind
Yeah.
of seemed like sort of protected. We're by a water source. they'd have to like cross water on most sides to get to us. That's but I'm open. That's just what my initial gut instinct told me.
How do folks feel about that?
So I'm trying to see L8.
Yeah, do you see this pointer? I'm
Oh,
using a pointer.
if you look in Owlbear, there's a pointer.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, right.
Elder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm good with there.
I see a green pointer too.
That's my pointer.
Yay. You see my blue pointer?
I see your blue pointer. So E8, it looks like. Yeah.
Oh, is that E8? I couldn't see. Oh, yeah, you're right. E8.
That's a red pointer.
That's me.
That again, just my first time, not like dead set
So
on that by any
what
stretch of
kind of
imagination.
what kind of is this in the middle of a city? I mean, it looks like there's a dam.
Yeah, there's a dam in the near the middle of the map there. The area around the lake is very hilly. Um, as is like the whole like most of the western part of the map is hilly and it gets flatter as you go east.
Okay. So this is out in the wilderness?
I mean everything is wilderness, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
There
what?
are ruins, like there's a few points on the map there. There's like a tower you can see, a couple towers that kind of stick up in the air past the middle of the zone there. There's a bridge across that water there in the middle there, and there's still a dam over in like L18. There's probably the closest thing there is to a mountain here. Probably smaller than what we would think of as a mountain, but it's the thing that sticks up over the hills.
What is that in N16 where it's written, it says like dam or
Yeah,
is that a dam
that's
as well?
a dam.
Oh, it's also a dam.
And I was thinking the zip maybe just be a zip line across the.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cool. I don't know what typhoon is that what this is up here?
It
Typhoon?
says typhoon. Yeah, I meant so like probably diegetically, like you got some of this information from people who have either ventured out or come back and probably died. The arc is or was until recently led by a person that you call the Elder, capital E. They are the only person who is not mutated. There's about 200 people, give or take, in the arc. They are the only one without mutations, and they are the only one who is old. And they have basically raised you since childhood. They have recently become more sick and elderly, and their leadership has kind of fallen. I imagine those two bosses are kind of jostling for position at the moment. We'll get into that more as we get into it.
So another idea for the location would be something like around um, K20. Like I'm imagining like this is like the head of some stream, so maybe I could imagine a spring or something there. And that would, in terms of just things that are marked, right? There's the tower, there's the bridge, the dam, the mountain. Um,
I wonder to do this in a flipped kind of way, would it make more sense to figure out what our arc is and then select the place
Yeah.
that it seems
Sure. Yeah.
most likely to have been?
Yeah. We have our map. The People's Sanctuary may be located in a variety of different kinds of ruins. So you're going to be living in some sort of ruin. The suggestions in the book are airplane wreck, bridge, farm, gated community, junkyard, mall, oil rig, prison, scrap village, shelter, shipwreck, skyscraper, a small island, a subway station, or a trailer park, or anything that you like. I've seen ones that are in stadiums. Yeah. What are you feeling?
I have no particular hits. I mean, they all seem like cool options. So if anybody else has strong strong feelings.
Hmm. We could try playing one of my favorite games. I've used this in Shadowrun. So the idea is you pick a word or a concept, and then I go to Pinterest, and you give me a number, and I count across the Pinterest rows for that word or concept and see what comes up. There's no easy way to show it, but then I would just grab the Pinterest picture and post it, or something like Unsplash would also work probably for this. But it's sort of fun to do in games because you have no idea what you're going to get.
Yeah, what do you think?
So we
Sure.
come up with a couple of word ideas and then give a number from roughly 1 to 30 or 40, and then or somebody else can do it too. I'm used to doing it.
Means so much else about this game is randomized. Might as well
Yeah, right.
randomize it.
Okay, do we want Pinterest or Unsplash?
Let's
You're
do
the pilot of this mission.
Well,
Unsplash has some
tends to be a little
classier
more,
things.
yeah, Unsplash is a little more curated. So like if we did buildings,
I've never
we
heard
did
of that one.
sort of random building, or we could say architecture, we could say house, we could say building, we could say wreck, we could say, would we rather something that's related to that moves, like a transportation thing, or would we rather something like a building or industrial or something like? Any ideas?
I did. We were half joking, but I did. The idea of mall did appeal to me.
Okay.
Which was one of the suggestions they have in their list.
Yeah.
Places it could be.
I wonder. Okay, hold on a second.
I could just see people living in a mall, spread out enough. There's enough little individual places,
It's a pretty classic post-apocalyptic dwelling area.
True.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Could have a hot topic.
And
Orange
Applebee's.
Julius.
Okay, I'm going to go to Unsplash and see what comes up with mall. You might want to think, somebody give me a number between 1 and 20 for Unsplash. There's a lot
13.
more. Okay. Yeah, 13 mall. Let's be very interesting. Okay. Do you mind if I pull number 12 instead of 13?
Sure.
What's just number 13 is just a couple of people walking in front of a few glass storefronts. But number 12 is actually really interesting. Let me see if I can download this.
We also we still have to do the relationships part too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to start.
Yeah, do you want to go through and do the relationship stuff?
Yeah, while I'm downloading this, and then I'll post it.
Cool. So basically each of you is going to do a one-line sort of just how you see each of the other players, and you'll choose one of them to be your buddy. Buddy is a mechanical thing, and buddy basically means I think it's an XP trigger. If you do stuff to help out your buddy, let me see. Year Zero. Yeah, at the end of each session, we're going to ask a series of questions for XP. One of which is, did you sacrifice or risk something for your buddy? And if you said yes to that, then you get an XP for that. The other things are working on projects in the arc, exploring new sectors in the zone, doing stuff for doing stuff for your NPC that you like, or to mess up your NPC that you hate, or do you do something that works towards your big dream. Yeah, so go through and decide how you feel about each of the other PCs and choose a buddy.
Hmm. So I noticed that in each like role there are suggestions that
Yes.
you can use,
Yeah.
but you can make up something yourself if you want. Yeah.
Yes.
What do you mean, Mark? Where's that at?
At the very bottom, above your I hate, need to protect. So yeah, we
Mhm.
have yeah, right there.
Oh yeah, I got that. But you said there were suggestions somewhere.
Oh, in your
Yeah.
yeah, in your character dealie in the
The section that like that describes your role, this is what your
Oh,
role is.
got you.
yeah,
Yeah,
relationship
there's
to
a
NPCs. So there's like a
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
Oh, to NPCs, NPC. Got you. Okay.
yeah.
So PCs and NPCs. Yeah.
So like
And
the
that
enforcer has
Yeah.
like someone fought by your side or someone left you to die.
is that of any interest, that picture?
Ah, Galleria.
Yeah.
Mm. That's great. I was actually, when we were talking about it, I was thinking about something that's tall rather than like spread out.
Interesting.
Although malls are kind of both.
Yeah. Or maybe this is a mall like attached to a hotel facility.
Yeah.
Mm.
In that case, I would recommend maybe by one of the rivers, kind of where you were thinking, like in like L20 is probably a good place for that. But if you want a different place, we can definitely put it there.
I'm good with whatever. L20. L20 is great.
People want to go L20?
Between two rivers, that seems like
Two
good for some reason. Zach Galifianakis between two rivers.
It's two ferns, I think it is.
I know. This is a post-apocalyptic version. There's no
Yeah.
ferns
Two piles of junk.
Yeah.
between two piles of junk.
This is a ruined mall. Cool. If you want to, anyone who feels like it, buff up the description there in F4 on the arc sheet. Let's see. So we have our mall type or our archetype. Our archetype. We have our archetype. We have our arc location. Yeah. So it says that we should draw a little map of the arc. Let's see. I'm going to throw a new tab here with what's the should maybe do a drawing.
I'll bet we could probably find a mall map you are here from a
Oh,
real
you know
mall
what?
somewhere easily.
We definitely can. Let me see if I can grab. There we go. Yeah. Fantastic. Let's do yeah, it's a real map. I'm gonna paste it in. There we go. The mall. So that'll be the general layout of the arc. And we can definitely modify that as we need. There's some fun modifications there. Here, I'll copy that too. Yeah. And between sessions, I'm happy to.
Maybe in other cells, as we develop it, we can just put our own little like number 1, Elder's
Yeah.
quarters. Number 2, my den.
Yeah. So next step is determine where the Arc Elder lives. He is rarely seen in person these days, but his den is still a hub of activity in the Arc, and this is where the chroniclers of the Dawn Vault can be found.
By the way, I love that you picked Highland Mall, as that was exactly what I was going to do.
Yep. I mean, that is where that is on the map. So yeah, where do we think the elder lives here?
Where would an elder live? Let's see.
And this area was definitely redeveloped before the apocalypse hit, so we can definitely add, change, and update however we want.
I mean, there are definitely store chains here I am not familiar with. Sorry, Canada.
There's a lot of them I don't recognize either. This is a map from 1980.
Oh, nice.
I would think it's hard to read the numbers, but like maybe the elder would be almost, because it's probably the most protected, like right dead center in that sort of, I think 108, like between Scarborough's and Foley's.
Let's see.
Like kind of right at where the paths converge. I think that says 108. I can't really read it. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. 108. In the old Spencer gifts, yes. Love it. I love that.
That is
great.
This is an old dildo lying around.
Yeah. Some naughty erotic decks of cards.
Yeah.
Got a lot of blacklight posters. Great. So yeah, we've got some bosses in there too. We already have 2 bosses. I think that's great to start off with. I think, like, looking at them, like maybe they have, I wonder if there's like an upstairs boss and a downstairs boss.
Mhm.
Or if there's like JC Penney's boss and a Foley's boss.
I like the upper and lower level boss. That sounds
Mhm.
Cool.
fun. And like they do, here's our turf up here.
Yeah.
Don't come walking up the escalator.
Fantastic. Let's put Johammed upstairs, and let's put Marlotte downstairs.
Oh, Johammed, I hate him so much.
I know, everybody does. Let's see. Great. Let's see what.
Well, are we supposed to have 3 bosses?
Are we supposed to have 3 bosses? We can have. So it says we can describe, even we can add 1 or 2 more if we want.
I see.
I'm sure there is at least 1 or 2 other minor bosses. Those can come up as we want. I picked types for these 2. Johammed is the kingpin, and Marlotte is the collector. Johammed is a flame breather, and Marlotte is reptilian. So we can go off of those.
And what kind is Marlotte, you said?
Reptilian. She is the collector.
Collector.
Is obsessed with artifacts from the old age and constantly trying to expand her collection. She will never turn anything into the Dawn Vault. Rarely leaves her lair. Great lizard. Dawn Vault. Yeah, so the Dawn Vault is with or near the Elder, and we're gonna do some intro stuff there, I think, because when you get artifacts in the zone, artifacts can either be used for what they are used for. So if you get like a radio or a shotgun or a toaster oven, you can use those for the things that they're for. You can also put them in the Dawn Vault. And when you do that, the archivists there transform the item into points for your for your arc. So you started off with a magazine, which has no
Yeah,
other purpose besides
but to give some culture.
that. Yeah. So we can turn that into the beginning for some culture, and we'll maybe make that a little scene.
Perfect.
Great. I've got all our NPCs on a little relationship map here. For myself, we've got Astrina the Chronicler. She has insect wings. Johammed is a flame breather. Jonetz is an enforcer with pyrokinesis, probably works with Johammed. Marlotte is another boss, reptile. We've got Sixter the Fixer, and they've got telepathy. We've got Yasan the Stalker, who's a rot eater, and Pontiac, who is a gearhead and a human plant. We can place those around and about as we come across them. And of course, there are about 200 people in the arc. There should be I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll a d20 minus d10 to see like exactly where we are here. Roll d20, d10. D20 is 1 6. So we've got like 205 people in the arc. So this is important to keep track of, and that includes y'all. At the end of each session, we roll a d6, and that's how many people in the arc die.
Mhm.
So, since you cannot have children in a natural way, or an unnatural way even, there is a timer on the arc. So that hopefully will encourage you to go looking for stuff to make that better for everyone. Because on average, you're going to last whatever 205 divided by 3.5 is. We're not going to see it, but eventually the arc is going to fall unless you do something. I figure we'll start in the spring season there. The winters here are not too bad, but the summers are brutal. So we have a little timer on that as well. A water source we're going to choose. I imagine it's one of those rivers or streams that's nearby. Rot-free water is almost as rare and valuable as grub in the arc, and thus a source of power and influence. Decide what your source of clean water is. So there's a lot of water on the map, not a lot of clean water. So some possibilities for your water source are an old well, an uncontaminated creek, a small purification device, a rainwater collector, an old water pipe. Since you're in a mall, would it be fun for it to be like
A fountain.
a fountain in the middle is like a rain collection thing or something, or a purification station?
Yeah, it still manages to
Yeah.
come from a nice clean water source
Yeah.
somehow.
I had actually had a slightly different idea.
Yeah.
A single um uh a single drinking fountain that worked.
Ah. Someone just stationed by all day, just filling up.
Yeah, I mean, and since it's a mall, maybe I haven't looked at all the stores, but maybe the mall had like a kind of pool supply company, and like that they managed to jury rig up some type of special
Like a purification.
filtration as to kind of go into the fountain, but it's like really super convoluted, and so not a lot of water really gets through at any one time.
Sure, sure.
But
So,
then
so,
that's
so
how they.
I mean, the fountain sounds like it's going to be on the bottom floor in Marlotte's territory.
Mm-hmm.
So that creates some of our political question. Is it possible that there is no safe way out of the arc from the bottom floor so that Johammed controls the outside, but Marlotte controls the
interesting.
water?
What happened? Like did the mall sink? Is there like a pile up of trash and debris around it? Is it just like locked off, or like and then people had to come off the top.
It could be some
Wonderful.
special design where the second floor, the first floor is actually underground, right?
Oh,
And
that would be
Ooh,
cool.
that's cool. Yeah.
Mm,
I believe that is
mhm.
actually maybe the case. Uh, in reality. Cool. Yeah. So maybe it makes sense then for the water source to be underground. And maybe it's like something from the like a combination of the existing plumbing and like something from the water table is coming in.
Yeah.
Um so we'll use the fountain as a cistern, kind of, I guess. And wherever we've trickling it in from.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Let's see. We've got that water source. Development levels. So, the arc has stats. The arc has what they call development levels or devs. There's four of them. There's the food supply, and that determines how hard it is to find something to eat in the arc. There's culture, which helps people understand artifacts and other remains of the old age. There's technology, that helps you understand how artifacts are used and how to make things. And warfare, which determines how well the arc can stand up against an attack. Or they probably won't be attacking anyone else, but you probably will be attacked at some point. So you have 12 points to distribute among those four. Um, Basically, 0 to 9 is the bottom level for all of them. 30 plus is real good, as good as you're going to get. So a 10 is like you've made some progress. You have 12 points right now to split across four. So,
And the lifestyle magazine gives +6. So
Yeah.
Nice.
a
a
little bit
decent
extra
yeah, yeah,
for culture.
yeah.
I'm happy with what anybody thinks. My natural instinct, whether it be good or bad, is always to evenly distribute shit. But
And projects will, like, as you go,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
projects and artifacts going to make them go up. So, yeah, you're
So
all
do we, how much of the mall has survived? What do we think?
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, since our
just
arc, it seems like the whole mall is intact. I mean, it's all part of the arc.
Well, like I'm suspecting, like if is the hotel that's right beside it still intact or is it fallen down?
mm.
And then what kind of I wasn't paying good attention. So what kind of shops do we have in the mall?
So we've got so the big ones are JCPenney, Scarborough's, Joskies, and Foley's.
Joskies,
I
wow.
imagine those are Sears and Dillard. I think it's a Sears and a Dillard's at this point.
Okay.
But yeah, so like there's like three big department stores and one kind of smaller department store, and then just like a bunch of shops. It's kind of that sort of T shape.
Yeah. So if we wanted to make our lives difficult, we could say that we're strong in culture but weak in food.
Mm.
I don't know that we should be doing anything to make our lives more difficult, as the game does that for
It's
us.
gonna
Yeah,
be
well,
difficult no matter what you do.
true.
Yeah.
yeah.
The game is basically already like, you're fucked. Good luck.
Apocalypse. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I
I
think
guess the
like
question is, do you want to spread it out, or do you want to say like you're focusing on one thing and kind of starting off there?
Well, I guess, an argument for the culture is like if the magazine was deposited, right, we could be that 6 points, and right, if we could already get up to the second level of culture, like we
Eh,
vote 4 points to that and have the magazine, we would already, have the 10 points in the culture, which would.
mhm.
Now, on a practical level, though, I mean, I'm reading what it says, right, on a 10 to 19 for culture. Most of the people can read and write to a basic level. Some forms of cultural expression, like a place of worship, right, and simple stage plays or exhibitions of scrap and artifacts may exist. It does seem in keeping a little bit with the mall, though, that something you could do
Mhm.
with the mall is like, you would have various, junk, in bad shape, but I could see, you know, exhibitions of scraps and things like that in a mall, and
So you
Should
thinking
probably
maybe
have a dinner theater in there somewhere.
so maybe
The four
take
times.
culture to 10 and then everything else somewhere else?
yeah. Well, and I don't want to presume though, because the person with the magazine, they might want to keep,
That's
it's a
true.
lifestyle
True.
magazine. They
Yeah.
can keep the magazine and
That's
not deposit it if they want to keep it to themselves.
And the magazine
I'm
is
good. I'm good with depositing it. That's all good.
the magazine is a D6, so you might just get 1 point off of it.
Oh,
geez.
good point.
Oh.
Good point.
It's just hey,
So, but if
Okay.
you put culture at 9, that's a guaranteed 10 if you turn it in.
Jen leaves us with 3 points for everything else.
And then everything else gets 1 point.
Oh boy. Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
really.
we can. You know what? Why don't we could always just roll for the culture and see what we
I mean,
get.
I guess
and
that's a
then
good point. Do we get to roll
there.
for the culture before or after we distribute?
After.
Well, another thing that we could do
After.
is
Okay.
Yeah.
we could randomly roll how we're distributing the points.
Mm.
I'm always good with randomness.
So we have how many points again?
12 total.
12. Right. So
Just roll. You want to? Is there a better way to do it than 1d4 for each point? I don't see where it goes. More efficient method than that.
I think like a card pull is non-replacement based. I mean, do we want to allow any of the things to go up to 9 or 10?
Yeah, I mean, you could start something else at 10 and then work culture up with the stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
What I
true.
was just thinking is if we did like a D10 for food and then a D6, I don't know. Like, are we trying to survive or are we trying to make it? Or should maybe we just do everything even and just do 3 apiece.
Yeah, you are right. That food for practical purposes is it doesn't look fun if you're down to 0 or not 0 to 9 level with the food.
But your idea now has me really intrigued. I really kind of want to roll a d4 for every point and see where it goes. It sounds so much fun.
Yeah, well, you can do that. Just roll D4 and just
12
assign a
12
point.
times.
Yeah.
12 d4.
Oh. Wait a
And
minute.
And basically, it's each of the 4
Anytime
categories is what I'm thinking.
if a 1 comes up, it goes to food. If a 2 comes up on one of the die, it goes to.
Oh, okay. You want it that way.
Oh, I was thinking it was like the 4 categories. So like there's 12
Right, yeah.
points. And then, yeah. That's
Oh.
exactly what you just
That
said.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, that's what
So-
Robbie was saying.
Yeah, that's exactly what you said.
Okay, so roll 12d4.
We don't have D4 in here, but I can do it
Yeah,
on
you
my.
should. Albert has
Oh.
d4, I think.
All I see are the MYZ dice.
Oh yeah, it doesn't have the default dice in there.
But I have an app on my phone that rolls dice that I can show you the results of. All right, let's see. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Damn it. It goes too far off the screen. I can't see what it is now. All right, well, I'll just call them out as I roll them. Number 1 is 3. What is that?
That's 3 food.
No.
No, I meant that goes to category 3. The point goes to category 3.
Category 3 is culture, I think. Isn't it?
No, it's technology is
Technology.
3.
Yeah.
Oh, technology is 3. Okay.
Go.
So one
I could add them while I'm
Tally.
on that page. So
Oh,
yeah.
you're
Cool. Okay, so 1 goes to category 3. This is
Yeah.
so ridiculous, but I love it.
Yeah, it's fun.
2 goes to category 4. I mean, 1 point, sorry.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And then category 4,
Mm-hmm.
category 3.
All right.
So that's 4. So we have 8 more, right?
Yep.
We have a 1,
Mm-hmm.
a 2, a 2, and a 3.
Okay, yeah. 2 2s and a 3.
Yeah, and a
All
1.
right. Yeah. Gotcha.
So we should have 4 points left now, correct?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 3, 4, 1.
3341.
Yes.
Lot of experience.
3, 4.
Uh,
There we go. Okay.
I
So
love that you're all open to this
okay,
ridiculousness.
Perfect.
they're all done. So we have 2 food supply, 2 culture, 5 tech, 3 warfare.
That's not so bad.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I mean, that's
Um,
fairly even with a little bump in one, so that's
yeah, a little bump for
probably
technology. That's good.
okay.
Um, cool. We're at the hour. I think we've got everything that we need for the arc right now. So let's take a little break. Let's do it till quarter after, I guess. Um, Next thing we're gonna do is have an assembly, which means that you're gonna choose projects to work on. And so if you want to think about that over the break, great. If not, you don't have to do homework. That's fine. Cool. So we'll take a little pause and come back in 7-ish. Cool.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah.
So we know where the arc is.
Nice.
And also, I don't know if you did you see my note about my resilient talent.
Yeah. So I think that is looking at the looking at the PDF, I think it does mean endure because shake it off applies anytime that you take damage at all. I think
Right.
and endure is specifically like you are when you need to when someone is like resisting some sort of hardship or something.
Yeah, but the reason I think it's supposed to be shaken off is because endure is not like because there's a cynic. The one I took is only physical damage, and
Yeah,
there's cynic, which is only doubt.
yeah.
And those are both types of trauma that I roll shake it off against. But
Mm,
endure, you don't roll against specific type of against doubt or
interesting. Yeah.
endure is just like, can you go on? Yes, you can, or no, you can't. It's
Right,
not
right.
rolled against doubt or damage.
Huh.
So that's what makes me think it should be shaken off because that
Sure.
is against doubt or damage. And then you could
I
take either
would
one of those options to be better at doubt or better at damage.
I would also like to point out that I was kind of perusing through some of the other roles, and it looks like for most of them, their talents mostly relate to their specialist
Yeah,
skill
yeah,
rather than
yeah.
general skills.
That makes sense. Yep. Yeah, so yeah, let's say it's shake it off.
Yeah, that makes sense totally for your special thing to have to do
Yeah,
with your special thing.
make sure that that is reflected.
Yeah, that's why I was looking up because I was like, wait a minute, endure doesn't even
Yeah.
it doesn't have anything to do with doubt or damage. It's just can
Interesting.
you keep going or not?
Cool. I will do more research on that over the in between times, but yeah, let's do shake it off until then. Cool, 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 cool. Awesome. Let's see where we at. We are at oh yeah, the assembly. So, first thing, first thing we're
Hmm.
gonna do. I pasted some more mall images from that particular mall in the arc map, so get a vibe for that.
Uh,
Yeah, it is something else. Cool. So, the first thing that we do every session, as long as there is someone at the arc, is have the assembly. And this is an assembly that the players specifically are having, not the characters. Um, so, as players, you talk about what projects that you think the people in the arc should be undertaking. And then, so let's talk about projects. There are a bunch of projects there in the book. I also added some drop down stuff to the arc sheet so you can see what they are by pulling stuff down there. The ones that don't have any requirements, we have defenses, hunting party, cannibalism, cropland, slave market, pigsty, temple, zone wrestling, and a zone expedition. None of those have any prerequisites. Other ones, which are cooler, have required dev level ones. You have technology 5, which means that probably you can also look at Watchtower you have available to you. I think that's the only other one.
Yeah, and if if when when can I submit the lifestyle mix?
We'll do that for like the first scene.
Okay, gotcha. So we can't choose a project based on that.
Right. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, so basically y'all discuss that. You can't choose a project that's already been done most of the time. If one or more projects are already underway, you don't need to start a new one, but you can. After a few minutes of talking, each person can nominate a project that should be undertaken. You don't need to agree on one project, but the fewer projects you have to work on, the faster they're going to get done. And we'll put those on the arc sheets and then work on them during play and go from there. So, among those projects, what do we feel like?
I think we should probably look at something to pump up our food, since that's one of our lowest. And if he's going to donate the magazine, that will pump up our culture already.
Cannibalism.
Yeah. I think I read I read somewhere that when I was reading through the gearhead, the jury rig ability, that like I could like with crops that could also help with a steadier supply of booze, which could then be used for a flamethrower, which I'm totally not going to jury rig at all. That's definitely not an idea I already had.
Hunting party gets us food supply.
Yeah, I was thinking, hunting party or pigsty would get us. Both of those would both address food, but it would also get us exploring a little bit outside the arc. Like you would have
True.
right, you because pigsty, it says skills are endure or know the zone, and
same with Cropland.
Yeah,
same two skills.
And then what hunting party is endure or shoot.
Oh, Cropland's looking pretty good too. That's 3d6 food supply.
But it takes more
points.
Yep.
I got you.
Yeah, it's work points is three times the number of PCs. Hunting party is one time the number of PCs, and pigsty 2 times the number of PCs. So they kind of
various levels.
Yeah.
So
I think any one of those three is
4 of those because there's one.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Mark?
You can choose up to 4 projects because there's one for each, but that's if you want to specialize, it's also encouraged.
Ultimately, even though I know this is the players having assembly and not characters, I feel like secondarily my character will play into it and be like, whatever my lord wants. Whatever my lord thinks is best. They all sound good to me. They'll all get us some food. Pigsty does seem like a nice, like, sort of compromise. It's in between the two. It's in the middle.
Pigsty and hunting harness give us the same like bonus.
Oh, interesting.
But the like food supply plus 2d6, but the pigsty has 2 times the number of PCs.
That's a good point. So I guess you do that after, because you said you can only do each one like once, right?
Yeah.
So you couldn't, that would make sense then. So I guess it does make sense to do a hunting party first, maybe. And then we can't do that again later on. We might do pigsty. Okay. Good point.
Or you could put them both on the table now and just work on
that's true too.
Right. So when you say you can only do it once, you mean once per assembly or once per game?
You can only complete each project once. Period.
It's like, once you've got the hunting party, you can't go do another hunting party.
So the hunting party project is basically organizing people to go out and hunt.
Right.
Because most of the time people are not going out in the zone.
Yeah. But yeah, each project is a one-time thing unless it notes otherwise, right?
Yeah, it's like once you build hunting party, that means people are going to regularly be going out and doing hunting.
Good point.
And how many work points do we have?
So the work points are determined on. So if we choose hunting party, for example,
Yeah.
The number of work points it starts. So the work points goes down as you work on it. So it'll start with 4 because we have 4 players, and then during each session you can do work on it, which means you roll against one of the skills. So you would roll against endure or shoot, and then each success gives you 1 work point. When all the work points are done.
So we have to choose as characters to work on these projects.
Correct. Yeah. And if everyone just like works on one project, it'll get done faster.
And if I
Sounds like
remember
hunting
correctly,
party.
there's also like you get, I think that's one of the things you get XP for is if you contributed to a project or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
That's probably another good thing to keep track. There's like that list of things that you get XP for, which is good to keep in mind, which I've already forgotten them.
If we look at the skills that we have, what are the things that we are strongest in?
I do. Rasper has shoot, and also I think using with the benefit of my dog, I think the endure.
I have a little bit in endure as well.
I've got some force, know the zone, comprehend.
So we're kind of spread out, which is good in some ways, but I guess not the greatest for projects, but c'est la vie. And you can still, even if you don't have the skill, you can still do it. You're just rolling
just your
without bonuses, right? Just
yeah.
So it's like it's not like you can't contribute. You just won't get to do a lot.
Yeah, and I think you can. We'll talk about mechanics when it comes up, but I think you can push those as well.
Those rolls.
Let's see. You can use gear. You can push. Yeah. So it's just a regular roll.
Interesting.
How much tech do we have right now?
5, right?
You are
5.
at 5. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, we could also think, and you said we can have more than one project, right?
Yeah, you can always have each one of you can choose a project.
Because Watchtower is another one, right? 'Cause with Technology 5, you do the Watchtower, and that's also a one-time number of PCs with Endure or Scout as the.
So there is a good question. Like, is there any reason for us not to choose 4, even though like it's probably best for us to all maybe focus our work on one? But I can't remember if there's any mechanic. Is there anything bad about having like an ongoing project that you didn't contribute to or anything?
I wasn't able to find one. So these projects also exist in the fiction as well. So, so for example, if you decided to start working on cannibalism, there would be people with opinions about that.
Sure.
So the act, and there are some things that like some people might want to sabotage a project or some whatever. So there are fictional effects for the projects along with the mechanical ones. I don't think there's any specific problem with putting a bunch on the menu and then working on them as you will.
Is it safe to say that there is a social difference between hunting party versus cannibalism?
Yes.
Yeah, I know
Might be
cannibalism.
more resistance to
Yeah.
cannibalism.
Cannibalism
than
had
hunting
some bad effects as well.
Cannibalism
If you
also
do.
increases the death roll at the beginning. At the
party.
end.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, cannibalism has some
Mhm.
bad things
And I
associated
think it
with it.
tanks your culture as well.
It
Yeah.
doesn't seem like that would be the choice to pick at the beginning of the game. Unless you want to start
No.
out things really
Or
rough.
maybe ever.
That too.
I mean, it is 3 dice for your food supply. It's
Yeah, but we're not desperate yet.
not yet.
So my gut, I mean, I could be totally wrong about this, but my gut feels like why not just each pick one? But
Yeah.
then again, we could all then probably focus our work efforts to get one done quicker. But then we've already got other ones on the menu that we could, if we roll really well and complete one, and like somebody still has some work points, then they could be like, oh, well, I'll go work on this thing or whatever.
Mhm.
I think considering what the beginning things are, it does make sense to pick four and with the awareness that we have a better tech score than anything else, so we could pick a little bit higher tech things if that was useful.
Yeah, his watchtower suggestion sounded cool.
Yeah. So who would like to do what thing?
I'll throw a hunting party on there just because it's one of the quick, easy beginning ones.
I think I'm gonna throw Cropland on there.
Okay. No. When we say we're picking these, does this mean we're the person rolling for the
No, they're just on the list of things that you can do.
on the list of things?
Just each player gets to pick a thing if they want to.
Right.
Yeah. But
And
you
then-
can work on any project you want.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah,
have to
then
be-
literally our characters can contribute their work wherever they want to.
Gotcha.
But we should probably coordinate.
Yeah, if we're throwing, everybody's putting one up, I'll put temple on there.
Is there a reason not to put zone expedition?
No.
No.
At this point, I don't know if there's a reason for anything. I think we're all flailing in the dark, going, let's see what happens.
I just want to make sure that we have some zone expeditions happening because that's where my character is happiest.
Yeah. And you will most likely be going out.
Well, and also, if I remember correctly, zone expedition is also something, obviously, it works better if player characters go along, but they don't even have to go along. You literally, if you don't go,
hey,
it's going to happen regardless.
Yeah. And that's one you can choose multiple times. That's like setting up an expedition, NPCs going out and doing something and coming back, maybe.
Okay.
But yeah, your chances of faring well are much better if you do go along, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Or if somebody goes
I mean,
along.
I need scrap and potentially artifacts, so that zone expedition benefits me too.
Awesome. Let's see. Is there anything else we need to do for the arc? I think that's it. List of projects.
I threw zone expedition on there for Teal.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Which we have to decide at assembly to send. Which is like now.
You have to decide say that again?
At assembly. It says only once per assembly you can send a zone expedition.
Yeah, and there's no skills associated, work points.
Oh yeah, so it's going to be launched, period. There's no work points needed for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And you just choose whether to go or not.
Yeah. Start off with a bang.
Let's see. Read more about them in chapter 8. Okay.
Yeah. That was one of the ones I remember was like a little bit different than the others.
So basically, taking these. So the assembly needs to agree on a goal for that. So in game terms, to increase one of your 4 dev ratings, more than half the players in the group must be in agreement. So 3 of you must be in agreement. You will choose a sector on the zone map and what you think is there. And you're going to pick a starting sector, which at this point is going to be an adjacent sector to where you are because you haven't explored anything yet. And then you it says decide what kind of ruin or other structure you believe will be there. And then we'll do it. Cool. So which in this zone expedition, which of the 4 dev ratings would you like to try to increase with it?
Well, it's a damn fine question. Go. Well, we don't currently have any projects that increase our warfare, I don't think. So maybe something that would increase our warfare?
That's a possibility. That or tech.
You're muted.
I was just sorry. I was just saying. I wonder what else we can get with tech. So I'm gonna just look.
So basically, if only NPCs go, at some point in the next session, I will roll a d6 to see what happens. It's basically a 50-50 shot. They might get fucked. They might come back with a lot of cool stuff, or it might just take longer.
Only on a 6 is it actually triumphant.
Yeah.
So, but I feel like also that our makes sense since it's near us that maybe our target sector would be that tower that's only 1 away from us.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And then the question is like, what do we think is there that would increase whatever it is we want to increase? So that, I guess, yeah, first we have to decide what we want to increase. And then what is in that sector that we think will increase our thing.
I mean,
right?
if the focus is a tower, I automatically am thinking technology is, it's this big structure there.
Conversely, though, it could be like maybe a defunct guard tower where we're hoping to bring back some I don't know,
True.
turret or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Guard tower. I'm sure we could justify, just depending on what we feel like we want to raise, we could probably justify anything we want to do. But I'm open to whatever. It's all an experiment at this point.
Well, why don't we just do tech?
Techity tech.
Yeah.
We're going to be the most advanced post-apocalyptic civilization.
We'll be the most advanced civilization that gets taken over by zone ghouls ever.
Cool. So there will be a mission going off to the tower, regardless of whether you go with them or not. Let me make a note of that.
See you guys later. No.
See you later, buddies. Okay, we got a mission.
Have fun storming the castle.
Great. Sweet. So that's going to go off. You know what? I was thinking Spencer's is great. I think we'll keep Spencer's. I had the image of the elders den being like by the food court, but I think that might actually be better for Johammed. So Johammed's like domain is the food court. But we're gonna start off with so it's Zippo, you have your magazine, right?
Yeah.
I guess before we jump in, tell me, let's go through our PC relationships. So we'll go left to right again. Just give us your one sentence how you feel about each PC and which one is your buddy. So starting off with Raspa.
Okay. Wait a second. So right now I have Tavri is uh disliked by Donut, and that makes me suspicious. I say, what's that about, right? Donut usually is good on their instincts, so I'm initially maybe Tavri seemed okay, but Donut doesn't think so. And I have Zippo. Oh, and I have to think. I'm thinking about. Okay, so Zippo thinks he's all that idiot. Uh,
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 and Zippo's pronouns are they, them, by
okay, yeah, because I just copied that. Yeah, uh,
the way.
thinks that. Okay, I'll change that. But and then Wilo, he believes he's my slave, and he needs to get over that way of thinking. Um, and I picked Wilo as my buddy, though.
Great. Wilo, tell us about your relationships.
Hanlo likes everybody. First off, Rasper, best lord he's ever had. So Rasper is definitely his buddy. He's like, oh, this is great. I didn't know you could have like a good master who's not a piece of shit. This is awesome. Uh, he likes Zippo too because Zippo, he loves just like bringing random shit to Zippo, and Zippo can always make something cool out of it. No matter what I bring him, it's like, what can you make out of this? And Zippo makes something out of it. It's amazing. And then Tavri also wants to protect Ariel. So to me, Tavri's good people. And I have a feeling that like I'm always now knowing about Donut, I'm like, I think I'm always trying to get Donut to like Tavri. And like, what? Come on, Tavri's good. Donut, what's your problem with her?
I like that you're leaning into like the medieval kind of like surf version of like a squire kind of thing. Feels better.
That's why I just like, as much as like, I'm not, I didn't have a problem with like the slave concept role and all that. I just thought it would be really weird if the whole game were using the term master constantly. I'm like,
yeah.
that just feels a bit
I
gross.
think boss is what we go with. Yeah. And like I see like this is a Swedish game, like they got the Viking thing going on.
Mhm.
It's a different cultural context and everything, but like
Yeah, I mean, I don't think
we are American.
if someone had chosen and using master, like
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be a problem.
Yeah.
But to me, especially considering, well, actually, to me, there's a distinction. Like I think he still thinks of Johammed as his master,
Right.
as his former master, because that's how Johammed presented himself: as
Right.
I'm your master, you're my slave, you're a piece of shit, you're my possession. While Rasper does not. So Rasper, as Rasper has just said, is like really kind of trying to downplay the slave thing, and
We are just buds, man.
yeah, and so I've at least upgraded to calling him my lord instead of master.
That's great. Zippo, tell us about your relationships.
Yeah, so Raspa, or rather Donut, is out for my gear. So I keep it close. I think of like Donut running and is like, look, I got a wrench, and like runs off or something like that. And I'm just like, give me my fucking wrench back. Wilo is awesome, so I think Zippo feels a little protective. And Tavri is my buddy because she isn't good with people, just like me.
That's great.
So
And Tavri. You are muted.
So I had to adjust some things because I didn't realize Donut didn't like me. So I've added moved some things around. So I have Tavri respects Rasper, and is very fond of Wilo. I don't really have any negatives other than I'm confused why that Donut growls at me. Um, And then my buddy is Zippo because when we go into the zone together, Zippo knows so much about what's out there. Zippo can't necessarily find all of the secret hidden places, but Zippo can tell me what things are.
Mm-hmm.
So I like traveling with Zippo just because it's a constant education.
Sweet. So let's do this. Um, Zippo and Tavri, do you feel like you hang out a good bit?
I feel like that when we hang out, it's more like, you know, parallel play, so to speak,
Sure.
where we're kind of doing our own thing, but we're kind of together.
Awesome. Um, are are you taking your magazine to the Elder to the Dawn Vault?
Yeah, I think Zippo, like after flipping through it and be like, speaking of Blast from the past, like who's this Jonathan Taylor Thomas kid? Tiger Beat. This doesn't make any sense to me.
There's not a single tiger in this magazine.
Pretty much,
They
yeah.
must have torn all the tigers out.
Yeah.
Great. So the Dawn Vault is where all the artifacts are kept. It's one of the Elder has kind of fallen in influence, but one of their edicts that has remained is that artifacts must be brought to the Dawn Vault to for the better of the whole community. The Elder is kind of shut away in their they have the great pull down on their store, but the Dawn Vault is right next to it. What's next to the Spencers? Spencer's was 108, right? Um, the, uh, the Houston Trunk Factory. Ooh, what's 107? That's good. The Everett Bulow. Don't know what that is, but it's big.
The Houston Trunk Factory?
How can you read that tiny map?
Yeah, I just zoomed in.
Oh,
Everett Bulow. I don't know what that is. Is it a hat store? So there's a larger space which used to be some kind of store next to the in 107 there next to the Elder's den. That is the vault, and
It's a luggage store.
perfect. It's a luggage store. Great, and
lots of things to store artifacts in.
Exactly, and that's kept by Davin, the chronicler. Davin is a tracker, but primarily they stay here and catalog and write about and watch over the artifacts that they bring in. What does let's see, let me get a little thing. What does it look like? Hey, I got a random generator thing. Mm-hmm. Chroniclers. Fantastic. Devin is you are all in your early 20s, give or take 5 years. Devin looks I mean the only old person you've seen is the Elder. And Devin looks like they are somewhere between your age and the Elders. They're kind of thinner. Their skin is wrinklier, but they compulsively, fastidiously keep chronicles written of the arc and the people, and there is a lot of space devoted to these things in the vault. What is your relationship with Davin like?
So I think Zippo more or less does not have any particular feelings for Davin in any regard. I think with Davin being the chronicler who sort of keeps things very like fastidiously organized and stuff like that. And I imagine Zippo being like just a real big mess. Like, um, I think Gavin doesn't have particularly a fond likeness of Zippo. Is like you're so messy, and I really just like
That
that.
was very focused.
And yeah, this magazine has like oil stains on it. um, but I think Zippo doesn't really notice
Mhm.
or doesn't care to notice that Davin has this particularly feeling towards them. So
Has Zippo's brought other stuff to the vault, probably.
I would think so, yeah.
It sounds like your attitude towards the edict that artifacts must be brought to the vault. It sounds like you have a good attitude towards that. Is that right?
I think that while Zippo, I mean, I don't think Davin would know this about Zippo, but Zippo is like just hasn't found anything cool enough to hold on to. Except for maybe the Zippo, the lighter.
Right.
That Zippo doesn't know what it is, that it's a lighter, but this is like that's how they got their name. Um, but yeah, so I don't think Davin knows that Zippo has no compunctions about keeping something that they would really like.
Mhm.
But for the most part, I think Zippo has definitely just brought stuff that they found.
And Davin, they take it and go over it. Let's go ahead and make that roll to see how much culture we get now.
Oh yeah, so just a d6, yeah?
The D6, yeah.
All right, let's roll one of these things. Okay, when the die is shaking, that means it's ready to roll, or
Probably.
I don't understand this.
I think that there's
Okay.
like little pop up.
Oh, there. Yeah, okay, yeah, good. Oh, I got a 6.
Sick. All right.
Yay.
Cool. So that takes our culture up to 8. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Nice. Davin is like, despite the initial grumblings, I think you stand there for an awkwardly long time while they like pour over the insides are. I think a lot of pictures have been torn out, but they're going over the words and are just absorbed by it. And
Yeah.
this is a great find.
I think as Davin is going over it, Zippo will like periodically point stuff out on the page and be like, "Oh, this quiz tells you, this quiz tells you how to who's your type." I mean, whatever that means.
Great. Well, it's going to take some time to assimilate this. I really appreciate your efforts. Is Tavri with you? Or are you here by yourself?
I don't know. Is Tavri with me?
I think Tavri would wander up after the engagement has started and just sort of peer around Zippo's side because I'm sure Zippo is taller than Tavri.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think Davin actually is on pretty good terms with you, and like they're about to turn and go to their work when they see you, and their eyebrows raise a bit, and they ask, "How is Estrenia doing? I haven't been out much recently, but I heard that she also is being kept quite busy."
Well, I mean, unfortunately, the scaly boss lady just doesn't let her go very much. I keep trying to get the boss lady to let me take her out to the high ground so that we can watch the sunrise.
It's a shame.
I know, it's terrible.
Marlotte hasn't asked, and I think it's more directed towards Zippo. Like Marlotte hasn't asked you to hold anything back, has she?
I don't think I've even spoken to Marlotte in like a week.
Good, good, good. I know that she's very keen on keeping things for herself instead of bringing them here. So,
I think I'll raise my eyebrow and be like, "Do you suspect something?"
I mean, there's no suspicion. It's a known fact. She'll she'll offer extra grub or extra bullets for anyone who brings her something instead of bringing it to the vault. But I appreciate both of your dedication to the arc and the people. If you do come across Estrenia, give her my best regards.
Sure thing.
And I feel like the bosses hold up in 108, probably like in the like lower JC Penney area there. So she's got like a larger area carved out for herself there, and probably has her own little mini vault, uh, guarded by people. Speaking of things being guarded by people, Wilo and Rasper, what do you find yourself doing on an average day here in the Ark?
I was thinking that Wilo would probably also was just realizing that if Rasper's they them, I probably wouldn't call him my lord. So I'd probably call him boss,
Boss.
which is probably confusing because they're not technically a boss, but I'm like, what are my boss? They should be a boss. Uh, and I think I would ask Raspa, say, hey boss, if you don't need me for anything specific today, I thought maybe I could go help train up the hunting parties they're trying to put together. I thought I could show them how to strangle things with their hands in case they like run out of ammo or an animal runs right up on them and they can't use their gun.
Uh, well, that sounds that sounds practical. Uh, have you been in touch with anybody to arrange this?
No, I'd heard that they were trying to arrange hunting parties to increase our food supply, and I was like, I got some skills I could impart to others, contribute to the overall health of the ark.
Uh, that would be helpful. Wilo, I think you need to have a plan though. You need to, advertise this a bit and don't don't do it in a way that's going to have people doing any kind of crazy stuff. You know,
Oh, you got it, boss.
if they're leaving the ark, I think they need to know it's um not a place to cut loose out there.
It's a good point. I just want to contribute my work to that project.
Yeah, and have you thought about where you're going to do the training?
I figured I'd just hit up whoever's the project leader organizing it, and they'd probably tell me where to go.
That's probably one of the bosses. Are you going to
Hmm.
talk to one of the bosses about this?
Hmm.
As long as it's not Johammed. It's Johammed. I ain't helping that project. I don't. It's good for the arc, but there's probably other things I could do for the arc if it's Johammed. I don't think it's Johammed though.
Yeah, and I think as this is happening, you hear where are you having this conversation?
Good point. Probably at. I'm guessing that since again I am much more invested. I am since Rasmus still sees us more as individuals. That he probably insists I have my own den
Hmm.
as opposed to sharing a den with him and Donut, which is what I would think. Oh, I mean, okay, but if you need me, I'm going to be like a whole den away, and then that could be dangerous, but you're the boss. Maybe I probably came to his den,
Yeah.
just check if he had anything you wanted me to do today, any duties, and if not, basically this is my way of getting off and contributing my work role to that project or whatever.
Where's Rasper's den?
We never really
Yeah.
determined where our dens were, but we're each supposed to have one, I think, if I
Yeah.
remember correctly.
Is it upstairs or downstairs? Start there.
I think I would say Rasper probably downstairs.
Yeah.
Probably since we both hate Johammed and Johammed's
Yeah.
upstairs, right?
Yeah.
Great. So you hear a bit of a hubbub outside as you're doing this. People are kind of rushing to the middle section there where the fountain is. And when you stick your head out, someone whose name is Lard. Lard is one of the people there, and he says, Johammed's taking all the water. I don't know what's going on. He's got Jonuts and a couple of the gang out there keeping people away from the fountain, and they're just like scooping it up into cans and stuff.
They can't do that, can they? It's the Ark's water. It's not Johammed's water.
You're doing it, so I'm going to go get some before they get it all.
Well, it's yeah. Wilo, you're right about that. Right about something, right? That's everybody's water.
Doesn't surprise me,
Well,
Johammed.
let's at least I like your idea about training, but let's go see what's going on down at the fountain.
You got it, boss.
And I call to Donut as well. Say, Donut, heel behind me, and we'll go wandering down there.
Yeah,
that ain't right.
And there's a clamor. There's a couple people deep. You see Jonats. It's Jonats, right? The enforcer, kind of like she's kind of like short and stocky, like fireplug looking, and she's kind of like pushing people back, and you can see like little sparks come off her hands when she does that. There's a couple of Johammed's guys there with like 5-gallon buckets and cans and stuff, jars, and they're just scooping water out of the fountain. And yeah, everyone is just kind of like pushing and shoving, trying to get them to stop.
And Jonats is not affiliated with Johammed, right?
Jonats is like Johammed's main enforcer. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it is one of Johammed's enforcers.
Yeah.
Got it.
And they probably should not be down here, for starters.
And what is their reaction to? I mean, Rasper's going to look kind of carefully at like their reaction to the. I mean, you have like a bunch of people who are like, at least I'm assuming yelling, saying, "Stop! Stop! What are you doing? What are you doing?" Well, what is their reaction? I mean,
yeah, they're like holding the crowd back while they're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't right, boss.
No, it's not right. I'm going to ask somebody in the crowd. Where's Marlotte?
I don't know. She's holed up somewhere. You know how she doesn't like to come out.
Well, I'll make my way. I'll say, Wilo, stay close. Don't say anything, but just stay close. And Raspa will work their way up near Jonats and say, What are you all doing?
The fountain's drying up. We're just making sure the water's safe until we can figure it out. Just back up. And she's got like a bicycle chain kind of like double draped around her as well, and just kind of like puts her hands up, just like back up. We're gonna make sure the water's fine, but right now we need to work.
I don't think I don't think that's your job.
Johammed says it's my job, so it's my job.
Um, I think maybe you should stop right now.
I think you
Yeah.
should mind your own fucking business.
And I'll kind of tell Donut to kind of step up on one side, and I'll gesture to Wilo to come stand up on the other side of me,
Gladly.
and and I said, I really think you need to stop right now.
Uh,
And I think I'll I imagine the hackles are up on Donut right now.
mhm, mhm.
I try my best to hackle. I don't know how I can.
Are you trying to intimidate
Yeah,
them?
yeah, I think
Or
I'm
her?
gonna try the manipulate.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. We're gonna roll some dice. Woohoo! Let me take a look. Manipulate, manipulate, manipulate. So manipulate is with empathy. We're gonna be threatening, it sounds like. So cool. The
And I
way
know there's a help mechanic. I can't remember when it comes into play, but
there
like,
is
could I be helping with my intense hackled presence?
100%. Yeah. Cool. So rolling dice. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll some dice. So the skills all are based off of your attributes. So manipulate is based off of empathy, which you are good at. Great. Um, so you're going to grab a number of skill dice, which are green, equal to your skill level, which is 2, it looks like. You're going to grab a number of base dice, which are yellow, equal to the current value of the attribute, which is 4. So that's going to be 6. Are you using a tool to help you? Do you have a weapon or something? Or does the dog count as a tool? How does that work?
Um, yeah, I don't. I mean, in terms of like a gear. Is it, you think about that as a gear dice
Hmm.
or?
You know what? If you were going to have Donut actively threaten,
Mhm.
um, I would say add your sick a dog level for that.
Okay.
I think you would. Oh, you would use that instead of, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Instead.
Instead of, yeah. So you do have a
Okay.
3 instead of a 2 there.
Hmm.
If you have a weapon, I would say you could add that weapons die to it if you want to use that to threaten as well.
Yeah. I mean, I have a scrap. Well, I have both my rifle, but I think the knife. I have a scrap knife
Yeah.
that.
So are you brandishing the knife to
Yeah.
threaten?
I think when she's not initially stepping down, I would have the knife in
That's
my
great.
hand now.
That's
Yeah.
great.
One thing I just
Um,
read, which may dictate what you want to do, is that you cannot get help when using your specialist skill.
oh,
So if you use sick a dog, which is your specialist skill, right?
um,
Yeah.
Then I
yeah.
cannot
Well,
help you.
you're still doing the manipulate skill. He's just using the sick a dog dice as like the
Uh,
like using them as a gear basically,
well,
or a helper thing. How does helping work?
so I was trying to look at other NPCs can help you. For every person, you
Modification.
get
I
a
think you
plus one
get one die.
modification.
One die. Yeah, there we go.
No more than 3 people can help you. And I also believe, not that this applies now, but I think if it somehow comes into play by me helping, that is my, like, I don't also get an action.
Right, exactly.
My action is to help.
Yeah, 100%. Cool. So that's going to be an extra base die, I believe. Which are the green ones? Is that right? I forget which ones are
No,
the.
I think the yellow you said.
Let's see. Rolling die. Colors. Skill dice are green, base dice are yellow. Yeah. So you'll be rolling 1, 2, 3, 4 base dice and two. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 base dice,
Five.
3 skill dice. Is that right?
Yeah, three, and then three skill. Yep.
Cool.
And then one
Oh, and
you're
then
giving me one for
one for the
the
knife.
knife.
Yeah.
All right.
One black gear die.
All right. So
First roll of the game.
Rolling dice. Ooh, boy.
Ooh.
What does all that mean? So you got one success there, it looks like.
Oh
Um,
wow.
wait, let's see.
Yeah, I guess if I
Roll,
click on there, how do we
history,
get it back?
no history.
Give me it back. There's got to be a way.
You should be able to see your. Oh, you can see your own dice, and there's a little
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I clicked on
magnifying
his
glass. You
name.
can see the history. Oh, it's got his name. Look at that.
Yeah, if you open the dice in the upper left and click on his name, you can see his roll.
Oh, check it out. Great. Okay, cool. Great. So you have a success. You also have one of the little jimbly jamblies there. So what does that mean? So it means that you succeed. That's great. Um, those have no effect unless you push. Cool.
And a one on the green dice doesn't mean anything.
I
Just because
don't
it's just a
think it
one?
does. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Wow.
So it looks like unless you want to push for more successes, that just works for you.
Yeah,
Um,
I think for right now, because if I push it, then the Jimly Jambly thing
yeah,
It
uh,
becomes
has
bad.
it becomes bad for me,
does.
right? But if you're not pushing, it doesn't have any. Yeah, I think I'm okay. I mean, I'm kind of, wanting to try to de-escalate things and, with the success, yeah, I think we'll see
Yeah.
how this plays out with that.
Cool. So success on manipulate means that she reluctantly does what you want, but wants something in return. The GM decides what that is, but must be something you can reasonably do. It's up to you whether to accept the deal or not. Yeah. So she, Jonats, um, like kind of like gives you a look over, looks at the fountain, um, and says, "Look, there's enough water for a little bit. We're gonna take this stuff to Johammed that we've already collected. You can deal with the rest of these chuckleheads. Deal?"
Well, you've already polluted the water. Um, I'll let you I'll let you take it. Um, I don't think we want to see you back here though.
Well, maybe we'll see you when you come to get a top up. And she like does a thing in the, there's another half dozen guys there that carrying buckets and stuff. They kind of like slink up and up the stairs back to that.
I also just realized for future, I'm just trying to learn as we go along, that
Yeah.
bargaining position probably would have come into this too.
Oh, I bet it would.
Under social conflicts on 82.
Yeah, they had more guys, so it might have been bad for you.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, great. Thank you for pointing that out.
Just trying to remember how to do shit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this was a social conflict. It says right there, manipulate, blah, blah, blah.
Look at that.
Cool.
You have pretty good, both of you have pretty good wits. I think it's pretty clear that whatever the procedure is, that the mechanism that feeds the fountain is slowed to a drip, and the water that is in the fountain now is the water that you're going to have. It's maybe a couple of days worth of water. So that's probably going to be a problem. So while you said you're going to be training folks, I think we can say that is going to happen.
Yeah. Doing my work.
And you're figuring that out. So let's see. On our
Remind me, do you remember is that one of those things you can only do once a session, basically?
Yeah, basically you're adding once per session.
To like one of the projects, once a session. Yeah.
And you're doing the hunting party?
Yeah.
Cool. So are you going to be rolling for endure or shoot?
Endure, because I have that.
Great.
I guess I should have consulted with everyone first so we don't spread our shit out. But I wasn't thinking, I was just role playing and like, that's something he could do.
Role playing. What kind of game is it?
Yeah, I do have endure, so that's what I would.
Great. So that's 2 skill dice and 5 regular dice.
2 skill dice and 5 regular dice. How are you calculating that? Just because I'm just trying to learn the system.
So you're rolling endure here.
That's the skill dice, right?
You have a 2 in endure. That's your skill dice. And then endure is built off of strength.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, so you have that.
Sweet.
If you have a tool that you can use to help you, you can also add your gear die there, I believe.
I don't have shit.
Fair. And you can also push this roll if you need to. So
So that's 5 base and 3. Wait, what did I say?
5 base
2 skill.
2 skill.
And the skills are greens, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah, okay. Come on, let's get some successes. All right, 2 successes.
Successes. What does that mean?
I think that's 2 work points, I think.
2 work points. Yeah, great. So go ahead and so hunting party is, I'm gonna turn these to real numbers.
Yeah,
4, Cropland is 12. Is that right? Yeah, 12.
Yeah.
Temple is 4, and Zone Expedition just happens. Great. So you do 2 work points to hunting party. That'll take it down to 2.
Yay.
Halfway done. Great. Let's pop back to the other 2. I imagine it, news travels fast in the arc. You've gotten word that Johammed, so number 1, the water supply has dried up. B, Johammed is attempting to consolidate as much water as possible to have that leverage when people come looking for water. What do the 2 of you do when you hear this news?
So we don't know that the water supply has it's we don't know the reason the water supply has dried up.
Right. Yeah. So somewhere
That it
in the
has.
mechanism it is janked up and is no longer flowing.
Okay. I think when we probably just overhear somebody talking or what have you, I think Zippo kind of like jumps up and down and claps a bit like, do you mind if Zippo calls Tavri Tav for short, or would you prefer the whole
That's
name?
fine.
Okay. I think Zippo will jump up and like clap and be like, Tav, 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 Tav. You know what this means?
Uh, uh, I need to spend more time outside finding water.
Or we get to spend time exploring the guts of this place.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm. Oh, okay.
Maybe we can figure it out and fix it or something.
I mean, there's that door in the sub basement that rusted over. Are we going in the sub basement?
Well, I mean, that combines 2 of my favorite words, or rather, one of my favorite prefixes and favorite words.
What's a prefix?
Never mind. Let's go.
Should I get do I need my rifle?
I mean, there could be all sorts of things crawling around down there. I don't know.
No,
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. She runs off
Um,
with your rifle.
yeah. So
On her way back, when she passes the bully boys carrying the water, she just raspberries them.
nice. Do you think this is going to be a scout to find a thing or a comprehend to understand what's going on?
I mean, in the way it feels like it would be scout to find and then comprehend to figure out.
Yeah, I think one or the other should be. I don't want to like overrule.
Fair.
I think either one will get you what you want.
I mean, I guess it just depends on whether Tavri rolls or I roll,
Yeah,
because I have the comprehend and Tav has the scout.
Right.
What do y'all
And
feel like?
I also
I've already rolled. I've rolled today already, so why don't
Want to do let's
maybe I'll
go?
give it a roll.
Yeah. Well, and I also have find the path, and in so I'm just trying to think about this. I've got sonar and
Hmm.
I have big ears.
Yeah.
So I wonder if I can hear like water.
Yeah. Important thing that we did not do. Everyone gets a mutation point at the beginning. You get a mutation point for each mutation that you have. So everyone gets one mutation point.
Okay. Right.
Let's see what sonar looks like under mutations.
Yeah.
Mutations. Sonar. Let's see. Sonar lets you emit a high frequency, sense your surroundings, and effectively see in the darkness, stun enemies, disrupt enemy. You know what? I would say if you spend that mutation point, there's no roll necessary. I think that'll
Okay.
just give you what you want.
Are the mutation points the track next to mutation between experience and rot?
Yeah. You can have mutation points. You get at least one per session.
Gotcha.
You get them from failure dice when you push. So
Oh,
pushing
yeah.
like damage you, but also give you more power. And they roll over, so they don't go away. You can have a maximum of 10, so you can store them up. Yeah, so Tavri, are you gonna use your sonar?
Yeah, so we will break through the barrier of the rusted door and
Mm-hmm.
start stealthing down in what are basically maintenance shafts and stuff.
Yeah, and
Which,
there's not much light available, right? There's no
yeah.
electricity, no whatnot. So yeah, you are able to navigate with your sonar down the tunnel, but you definitely can hear like the trickle of where those it probably wasn't a pump that was running, but it was probably some sort of siphon that was hitting a water table or some sort of natural reservoir near the arc, and whatever like input is come into the arc, like it is, you can tell from the way the water is moving and or not moving through it that it is like something has gummed it up or backed it up or clogged it pretty, like it's not in the arc, it's somewhere down the line.
Okay, so we'll have to leave the arc to figure out potentially where.
It is likely, yeah.
Yeah. Um, she is going to also tap on the pipes
Mm-hmm.
when we get to the maximum distance we can get in the access tunnels
Yeah.
where we can't go any further and it goes somewhere out into the, outside somewhere. She's going to tap on the pipe and see if she can get a sense of, I'll think this through. Can she have, like, it, does it sound like there's a constriction anywhere nearby,
Mm.
or
uh
is it probably further out?
yeah, it's further, I think they're like the pipes that come in are kind of like wider, they're like these like bigger like clay
Yeah,
pipes.
yeah.
And there is a small trickle of water coming in, but nothing like it wouldn't take care of a person for a day, probably.
Right.
And it is, hundreds of yards at least.
Mhm.
Like sort of like get the daredevil vision of like going down the pipe, and it's just like there's a clog way down there, like something collapsed or like roots went through something, or whatever reservoir was tapping finally dried up, but it's a ways away.
Okay. We're gonna have to go. It's not here. It's further out. And I don't like I can't tell if our water source is dry or if it's just there's something clogged out there. We need to get some people together.
Oh yeah, okay, outside. Uh, I'm sure I could fix whatever it is. Probably, maybe. It's likely.
Well, you can fix all sorts of things, so
True. Um,
Sure. I could break stuff too.
you can definitely break stuff.
don't break the water.
Being aware of time, we have about half an hour left.
Yeah.
Do folks want to work on a project before getting an expedition together, or do some other role play RP stuff? Um, we have a little bit of time, and I'd like to give you what you need to do. And so I will probably be setting up the expedition at the end of this, and then we'll do the actual expedition. Start off doing that next time. So for the next 25 minutes or so, what do you want to do in the arc?
You're on mute.
I mean, Rasper, if there's an opportunity to contribute to the hunting project.
Yeah, how are you doing?
Um, I mean, I'm imagining like things would be tentative at first, but I think maybe Rasper would be um kind of encouraging people like we should at least make a little go. Take a, you know, we'll stay in sight of
Mhm.
the ark, but um nobody hardly ever even goes outside.
Yeah,
That would be
most
kind of,
people are. Yeah, it is scary out there. It's
yeah.
for sure.
But Rasper would say I'd be willing to take a little group, just stay in sight, but if we see if there's any animals to take a shot at, bring it back to the ark.
Cool. What do you want to roll with?
I mean, I would use my shoot.
Fantastic.
Yeah, because I have my rifle. I'm imagining I would expend a bullet for this.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
I showed him how to choke, boss. You show him how to shoot.
Cool. So that is shooting is with agility. So that's 4 base dice for you.
Right.
1 skill die, and then 1 for the rifle.
Yep.
Fantastic.
So
Hey, there's a success. So that is right now 1 point towards the hunting party. There's 1 point left. Would you like to push this roll? Right
boy,
now you have no failures.
But if he gets a failure on a push, that is damage or whatever, right? Is that
Trauma, yes.
trauma? Yeah.
trauma, if it comes up on, well, it could be
And it'll be
'cause
trauma on agility. Yeah. So it'll be what's it called? Fatigue. It'll be fatigue.
right. And I'd also be rolling my gear again,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Could fuck your gear up.
I will, yeah, I'll push it.
Awesome.
It's
Ooh,
And if you get any failures, you get mutant points. So
that's why he's my boss. He's brave.
Oh, let me also, before I do this, see if because I have my um I mean, I do have my extreme reflexes, fight or shoot an enemy several times in the same turn.
Ooh.
Every attack costs you 1 mutant point.
If you want to spend your mutant point, I would let you roll twice for it, I guess. Then, yeah.
Yeah, let's try that.
Cool. So do you want to push this one before you do that, or do you just want to do that?
No, I think I'll just do I'll use my extreme reflexes. I see, something out there in the distance that I'm shooting at, and I'm going to take the 2 quick shots.
Get your Sandovan on. Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Go for it.
So I'll just hit the reroll.
Well, you can push this one.
Just out of curiosity, do you know mechanically in this dice roller, like if we wanted to push, can you pick up just some of the dice to reroll
I would
them?
imagine.
Not that it matters on this roll since he didn't have any.
Yeah, I would hope so. I haven't tried it yet, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try pushing this one.
Cool. Roll.
So I just re-roll it, right?
Yeah, you just re-roll all of them, yeah.
Because none of them stuck. Oh,
well,
yeah. Oh, that's
That's not
all
good.
bad. That's
So
all bad.
a couple things happen.
None good.
You take one point of goodness off of your rifle, right? Um, and
It's okay. Zippo can fix it.
you take 1 point of fatigue trauma, which also gets you your mutant point back.
Yeah, that's something.
Hey.
What? So yeah, talk me through how that happens. What happens to your rifle there?
Yeah, I think I mean because I was really kind of pushing. Yeah. I think there was something just about the speed with which I was trying to do it that
Mhm.
and I'm imagining this would be two of my bullets, right?
Right, right.
And I think the second bullet just
Mm,
I didn't get it in the in
sideways.
yeah, kind of, yeah, and so it kind of shredded up the
Mm,
barrel a little bit.
Although that's an
cool.
interesting question. But if he's rolling his shoot skill, but for the project, does that take bullets?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're saying you're using your because he's using his rifle for the bonus.
Oh, got you. Right,
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Otherwise, it
But
would.
normally, if he just rolled his shoot skill to contribute work,
Yeah, yeah.
that would not have used up bullets, right?
So since you've got your problem there, was it equal? So I'm gonna denote this here. That's not what I want. It's text, right? There we go. So the bonus on your rifle should be 1. Since it's damaged, it's now 0 until it gets repaired. Does that make sense?
yes,
Cool.
yeah.
Um, yeah.
And I have that fatigue. I'm trying to get this to mark fatigue. It doesn't do it. I
Oh
could
yeah.
just
So these are drop downs. So you have to kind of like click into it, and then that is a regular point. If you do the X, that's a permanent point. So right now you just have a regular point of fatigue. Yeah, they
okay.
look like
Yeah,
checkboxes. They are drop
yeah,
downs.
yeah.
I did not make that part of the keeper. um, cool. So that
I
happened.
think when you get back at him, you'd be like, "Boss, you okay? You need my water, boss? I've got like 2 waters left. You can have one of them."
How about Tavi and Zippo? What are y'all doing with your time here?
Go ahead, TL. I saw that you unmuted first.
I mean, I was thinking, well, do you have something that you can help with the hunting on, or
I can. I don't have either of those. I would just be doing a straight strength roll,
right?
which I have 3 in.
And
But if I were to work towards Cropland, I get 7 dice from Nova Zone and my wits.
okay, should I go ahead and try and do the hunting and see if I can get?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay,
Did we not get 1 more point from Robbie's 1 success?
Oh, we did get that point. Yeah.
oh,
We
okay,
were at two.
We have
Now
one
we're
left. Yeah, we
We should have
needed
one
two.
left.
still one left. Yeah.
We still have 1 left. Yeah. Okay.
So Tavri, what does your shooting contribution look like?
um, now can I not use my rifle so I don't spend one of my
Yes.
bullets?
Yeah, you definitely can. So
Okay,
just be rolling your agility 5 plus your shoot 1.
yep, and Tavri is she's going to sneak out with one of the other stalkers,
Mhm.
and she's going to scout for them. And basically, when we get to an area that we know has certain kinds of game, she's going to make a high-pitched noise to scare them in the direction of the other stalker.
Nice. Is it Yasan?
Sure. Yeah.
Fantastic. Who I think yeah, Zippo wants to protect. Cool. So you and Yasan going out doing that.
Okay.
Let's roll them up and see what we get.
Okay. So that's Lots of windows. Hmm. Okay, so that's 5 base dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 skill dice.
There's one success. That's all you need.
Okay. Um, I'm wondering about that 2 that's half on its side.
I mean, either way, it
Yeah,
wouldn't
because it doesn't
work
make any
like that.
difference. Yeah,
Cool. So you are complete on the hunting party.
cool.
So hunting party gives you what? Hunting party gives you 2d6 to your food supply. Would you like to roll that?
Somebody else can roll it.
Guess I'll roll it since I picked the project.
Yeah,
Not that it matters. I'm just
That makes sense.
give me my dice. Give me my dice back. How do I get off somebody else's dice? Oh, there we go. So what'd you say? I'm sorry. 3d6, right?
2d6.
Oh, 2d6 for the hunting party.
And this one you cannot push.
Yeah, just 1 second. Wait, I thought it was 3d6 because I thought we'd mentioned how it was the same as the higher one, but for way less dice to spend.
No.
Now hunting party is 2d6. The
Oh.
pigsty is 2d6. Cropland is 3d6.
Oh, weird. Why can I not find there? So many tabs. Oops, not that. No. No, how to get out of there? 1, 2, D6. Hey, that's not bad.
Nice. 7 points. We'll take you up to 9. So close.
Practically a feast.
What does the first hunting party bring in?
Good question. I think luckily there's like a lot of non rotting small game around. I figure like in the training I was given, the training Raspa was giving him, etc. So we were probably it's a new thing, this hunting party.
Mm-hmm.
So they're probably starting out small. And I think we came upon like a warren of some kind of a little. I guess there's just this world is just our world, right? So it's just like regular animals.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. And like there's like a dog. So there's other like.
Yeah. So I imagine they probably found, but it's post-apocalyptic, so it can't be too nice. So I think they found a like a burrow of raccoons.
Nice.
And they were like, "Hey, all right. I mean, that's meat works.
Yeah, raccoon
Make
party.
some hats.
There we go. Yeah.
Raccoon for dinner."
Yeah, and I think this means like folks are. Yeah, I think you have gotten them, out of the arc period, and they're hunting in the immediate area, and folks are starting to get like a little bit like, oh, okay, yeah, it's okay as long as we can see the arc, it's good, like we can do this.
So that roll, I add that to the dev level.
You add that to the dev level, yes.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
That's even better than I thought.
Yeah.
For some reason in my brain, I was thinking that there was an actual food supply of like, we get 7 more units of grub or whatever.
No, it's just like how good is the food situation?
So that's freaking sweet. So that's at 9 now.
And 10 will get you to the like, things are probably better now. Speaking of, what's Zippo doing for the Cropland thing here?
Yeah, so I think I'm going to work on that cropland using my know the zone.
Fantastic.
Okay, so which Sorry, which color is the skill dice and which color
Oh,
are attribute
I
dice?
was hoping you were going to know that.
Yellow is
Oh,
base
shoot.
dice. Yellow's base dice. Green is skill dice. Black
Gotcha.
is gear dice.
Right.
Right. Okay. So
So
yellow
yellows are the
is
base
the
dice.
attribute,
Yeah, yellow is attributes. Yeah,
Yeah,
yellow
yeah, yeah.
attributes,
and green
and black.
is the
Yeah.
skill. Okay.
So
All right. Here we
5
go.
yellow, 2 green. Yeah.
7 die. I don't have any gear that I think will help in this case.
Ooh, there's 2
2.
successes. Nice. That'll take it down to 10, I guess. Cropland is good. Yeah, tell me what that like are you like looking for places nearby that are good for crops, or like what does this look like for you?
I think, I mean, we can just make up stuff that exists
Yeah.
in this mall. I think maybe there was like um an old like gardening store, and maybe there's still some like sacks of like
Mm.
soil left around.
Hmm.
And so I think I cobble together just, this doesn't require jury rigging, just like I'm gonna just create using like random rebar and plywood and stuff that I find, like, a plot
Hmm. Oh, so
and sort of.
there's a parking lot around the mall, right? So
Oh yeah, there we
are you
go.
like making like raised beds in the parking lot?
Yeah, yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Fantastic.
Raised
I love
beds in the
that.
parking lot.
That's great.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool,
And
cool.
so just like hauling out soil, finding some weird worms or something. I don't know.
Nice. Um, I think one of the things that happens, Tavri, while you're out hunting with Yasan, the other stalker, clearly the subject of the water comes up. Um, I assume you share what you know. Um, and or yeah, she says, yeah, I've been thinking about that. Um, I don't know if you've been out west at all, but past the past the river there, which is not great, right? Um, I know there's something that could be. I mean, I'm not a gearhead, but it looks like a bigger version of what Pontiac was trying to put together with like the sterilization or filtration, like some big like a I don't know, water factory. I don't know what it might be worth going out that way. I can kind of point you in the right direction. I can take you out there. I'm it's I haven't gone in, but it seems like it might be promising. And uh, knowing Johammed, it's gonna get worse before it gets better.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm afraid that I'm not very fond of any of the bosses, but
Yeah, who is? That's why we spend our time out there.
yeah, with the nice people who live in the zone.
Nice people.
Well, compared to bosses.
You haven't met the well, you'll meet him soon enough. Um, great. I think we can cut there. We have 15 minutes left. End of session stuff. Let's do that. First, let's do XP. So I'm gonna just count on you to do keep count for yourself. And I will ask questions, and every question you answer yes to, you'll get an experience point. I'm going to paste these in chat because that makes more sense. And I will also read them out loud for the sake of everybody. Cool. So our questions are, were you at the session? Yes, everyone gets an XP just for being here. Hooray.
Woo.
Did you perform a day's work for a project in the Ark? I believe everyone did. Did you explore one new sector in the zone? I don't believe anyone did. Did you sacrifice or risk something for your PC buddy? That is your call. Did you sacrifice or risk something for your NPC that you want to keep safe? Also your call. Did you sacrifice or risk something to mess with the NPC you hate? Again, your call. And did you sacrifice or risk something to achieve your big dream? So count up those points, throw them in your experience on this line. God, what was that, like 75, 76? I believe 5 XP gets you a thing. So it either gets you new talent or bumps up an attribute. I would have to double check that to make sure.
I'll look it up because I did give myself 5.
Oh, sweet.
I think legit. Because I kind of thought that the whole confrontation at the fountain counted as both fucking with Johammed and risking something for my buddy, Raspa.
Nice. I might be thinking of a different game I just played, but I don't think there's any. No, that must be something else. Oh no, that's Stone Top. There's in some game I played recently, there's a thing like if you have enough XP to level up but don't level up, you can spend 2 XP to get a bonus on your roll. I don't think this game has that. So yeah,
that does not sound familiar.
No, 5 XP will get you a thing.
I will look up said things and do something.
It's under your mutant, and it is under developing mutant. That's a page 25, I think. Yeah, so get XP at the end of every session. Each question you get a point. The GM has the final say. That's bullshit. You all get final say on how much you get. I'm not responsible for that. Once you have collected 5 XP, you can improve your PC, either raise a skill of your choice by 1 point, or learn 1 new talent. So you can raise any base skill you have, even if you don't have any points in it, but not specialist skills. So you can't, like, if you're not the dog handler, you can't take a point in sick a dog. But if you don't have any points in comprehend, you can put yourself a point in comprehend. So you can choose a new talent specific to your role. There's also a pool of general talents. Those are in the book on chapter 4. And I can point you at those if you need them. But yeah, once you've made that improvement, mark off those 5 and party. Party time. Great. Did I not? Oh, I didn't hit return. There we go. There's the list, which you also have somewhere else, I'm sure. Cool. And now I get to roll a die. I'm going to roll 1d6, and that is going to be how many people die.
Yay.
3 people in the Ark. We're down to 202. 3 people in the Ark died of dehydration, unfortunately. Or maybe 2 of dehydration and 1 got in an accident while hunting. Still have over 200 people. Plenty of time. Cool. And I believe that ends the game section of our program. Let's do some stars and wishes. Stars are things that you particularly enjoyed. Wishes are things that you would like to see more of or see differently next time. Let's go left to right and start with Robbie. Robbie, got any stars and or wishes?
Yeah, I think we're off to a great start. I mean, there's a lot of setup work and the game. I like the kind of building of the arc, getting to decide where it's going to be, what kind of arc it's going to be, and also just how the kind of architecture of this place is kind of getting related to the bosses and stuff like that, which is, very cool. And I liked that this was like I think once we got into the playing the duets, I think the Rasper Wilo getting some time to see what that relationship is like, and then Tavri and Zippo, and like kind of seeing that kind of interaction. So yeah, I like the way that got kind of that kind of got set up, and I like some of those kind of role playing scenes. The little bit that we got to see was good. And I don't know, for wishes, I mean, it's just a full plate for next time. We got our water problem, we got our food problem, and we've also got the upstairs boss who's needs to be put in his place, quite frankly, but we'll see about what we can do about that next time.
Cool, awesome. Heath, what do you got for us?
Yeah, man, that was a lot of fun, and stars all around for awesome players. I like everybody's characters are so much fun. Um, I'm really It's fun to get a taste of everybody, and like you said, yeah, taste those duos. But also, I'm really curious to see like it'll be fun once we all four get to go do something as a group. That'll be a lot of fun too. There's just enough mechanics to make it like a little bit of a crunchy start, not in a bad way, but just in that constant of like, wait, what's the rule for this? Is there a rule for this? What's happening here? Um, not bad. I generally like most of the mechanics. I think they work well and are kind of fun, and which kind of leads to just my personal wishes. I think I kind of want to go over a lot of the PDF just like one more time and get more of it in my head, just because I feel better. I know like we play a lot of story games and we do a lot of stuff where like if we fudge a mechanic, it's not the end of the world, whatever. But if we figure out we're wrong about something, we go forward the right way, but we don't retcon it. But it's still like it's just fun. I feel better and like I can more if I'm not constantly being like, wait, how does this work? What's the thing? Let me look up the thing. How do I do a thing? And what do I roll? What are the consequences? And just once I sort of
Yeah.
get my own head a little more around all the mechanics. But I do like them, and it does seem like just enough to make it fun and not too much to where it's just like so crunchy that we're just looking up rules, crunching numbers constantly left and right everywhere. So I think it'll be fun just once I get a little bit more in my own head about it. And yeah, wishes. I guess we'll probably be going on that. I feel better also like now that I've kind of seen a bit how it works. I was like, oh, I mean, like I said, it is designed to be a little brutal, but it's like maybe not as brutal as I thought it was going to
Yeah,
be.
it's not just like here's
Where it's like, oh, we did actually like in the first session make some real good progression on dev levels and stuff, and that wasn't nearly as much of a slog and a grind as I thought that was going to be. So yeah, just I'm really interested to see what happens next and what we get into, and hopefully once we've got things on our plate, of course, my mind is always like, okay, now I want to fix our water supply.
Mhm.
Got to do the thing with the zone expedition. We'd have no shortage of
Yeah, there's gonna be
infinite
plenty
cool
to
things we can do.
do.
Yeah.
Awesome, thank you. Mark.
Yeah, I really like stars all around for I think we really got a sense of each character's personality right away. Like um I think just everybody jumped right in and we got a real good taste of how each person is. Um and I really enjoyed the arc stuff. Like the place already feels like a character on its own almost, like the arc and how it is. And I certainly already feel invested in it right off the hop. Um, and like I appreciate Mark, you like throwing up the like plans to the Highland Mall from like the 80s like right away. And I think that really helped get a sense of the place.
Y'all picked
And
exactly where that ball is on the map too. Like that's like you.
yeah, so I thought that was great. Um, yeah, uh, yeah, I'm looking forward to, like as Robbie said, like the plate is full. Like we're just right off the hat. Who knows? It could still get brutal. Who knows?
Yeah,
So
who knows?
a few bad rolls in, and somebody's dying. I'm sure.
Yeah. Cool. Any other wishes?
Oh no, I'm good.
Sweet, sweet. And Teal.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see how the characters um like the not because we've been able to see the stats and stuff for a few days,
Mhm.
and then to see the personalities
Yeah.
is always fascinating. And it's going to be interesting to see how we what the chemistry is between the two different groups, because I think Tavri and Zippo are a little bit silly, not silly like they're just sort of in a way have sort of a kid-like mentality.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Wilo and Rasper are more adult-like in their how they engage with the world. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens when we all get together. Um, the other thing I would say is um, uh, I want to see how the politics gradually builds inside the arc.
Yeah.
Like we've got a good start, and we're starting to identify some of the NPCs, and it's like, oh, okay, well, how does this shift back and forth depending on what we do?
Mm-hmm.
Um, which is a combination of stars and wishes all at once, because stars for the game system and how we're building it out, and wishes for I want to see more, because I think that the dynamics between us are probably going to be mostly positive, whereas the dynamics with the NPCs can go all over the place. So that's it for me.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm really it it's probably mostly up to us, but it feels like the game does a really good job of balancing going out and doing weird shit in the zone and then dealing with politics and personal drama back at the arc, and those feed off each other really nicely. So I'm really excited to see both of those things in action. And yeah, same like Heath, like I've spent some time reading the book, and now that we've actually put our feet in the shoes, now that we actually started doing some stuff, I like know where to look for things that I have questions about in the book now, instead of just like letting it all wash over me. Definitely a little bit crunchier than we usually play, but I'm enjoying it so far. It feels not onerous. It feels like it's like just the right amount. um Stars to everyone for like having a handle on your own stuff. So I don't have to like remind everyone of their powers and skills and everything. It's good stuff. Um, yeah, I really enjoyed the way that y'all put together the arc, and like wove the. It feels like there's like just the right shape of relationship to have some like fun things for individuals, but also some juicy stuff together. Yeah, just gonna be a good time. Looking forward to it. Yeah, that's all I got. Anything else before we say goodbye?
I didn't realize. Put stars to you for. I didn't realize that's actually a map of like our surrounding area.
Yeah, that's Austin. Yeah,
I did not realize that. Which
yeah. I
is
spent some, I
extra
spent
cool.
some time like getting like pulling all the labels and roads and stuff off, so it's like just the land.
Nice. Oh, and also stars to Rasper for just immediately going into that possible conflict of just like let's go tell these people that that ain't cool, this ain't happening. I was like,
Yeah,
yeah, let's.
yeah. To a pyrokinetic enforcer, very, very brave. Could have
Thankfully, we forgot about the mechanic where we probably had a disadvantage, but that's all right.
probably would have worked out either way.
That probably would have worked out
Awesome, good time. Anything
One
else?
thing, yeah, one thing I will say is I'm interested in the way the dice change, uh, just having the different kinds of dice
Mm,
prompts you to think put differently about your descriptions.
yeah, yeah,
You know, you roll the dice and you're like, well, what does that mean? That, you know, like when the gear broke
right.
versus,
Yeah.
you know, and we haven't had in the last couple of games, we haven't had anything that was quite so like I've never played with oh, I don't remember the name of it. The system where you've got like six different kinds of dice that each do different things. Never
Right.
played one of those games,
Yeah.
but this is a little bit like that. So
Yeah, yeah. The weird different dice was the thing I was most concerned about. I think that owlbear extension is going to do us real good. So
I really like Owlbear. It's a cool tool.
yeah, yeah. I'm uh I'm writing my own extension for another game for later this year probably. So it'll be fun. Sweet. If there's nothing else, we'll say goodbye. And thanks anyone who was watching. Bye.